Greetings to everyone. My name is Nidhi Tiwari, and I'm here on behalf of my co-author Dr. Roli Mishra and myself, to present our paper, The Rise of Identity and Migration from Assam, India. As we know that migration is a universal feature of human history, especially very common in developing countries with wide disparities in resources and scale of development across regions. Internal migration has emerged as a very vital economic process that is rapidly growing in India. The causes of these can be attributed to various social, economic, and political factors that not just influence an individual, their families, but also their homes and the host societies. In this background, this paper is an attempt to study the phenomena of migration in the background of the concept of identity and socio-economic, socio-political concepts of nationality, ethnicity, culture, language, hospitality, and hybridity. If we look at rural to urban migration, then there have been various schools of thoughts. We have the neoclassical approach, then as opposed to which there is the new economics of labor that rejects the neoclassical focus on an individual and identifies an household as a unit of analysis. Then we also have macro level approaches such as the world systems approach, that describes how specific social and economic transformations mobilize labor to creation of geographical inequalities in wealth and in opportunity. And a peculiar case of rural to urban migration in India is that which happens out of the state of Assam. And for this study, we have traced the migratory network between the district of Barbeta in Lower Assam to the city of Lucknow in Uttar Pradesh. The state of Assam can be geographically divided into the upper and lower Assam, and Barbeta lies in the lower part of Assam, and this area of Assam is often infested with floods, and about 40% of the total land area of Assam is affected by floods each year. And Barbeta district as whole is one of the worst affected districts, and is particularly the riverine islands of Brahmaputra, which are also called the Chor areas, are the worst affected geographical areas. Apart from the geographical and economic challenges, the political history of Assam has also witnessed episodes of violence and conflicts, due to which it has also been called the problem state. It shares its borders, especially the lower part of Assam and the Barbeta district, where the Barbeta district is located. It shares its borders with the neighboring country Bangladesh, and the inhabitants are often have to face the allegation of being illegal immigrants who enter the Indian territory through the river route and settle in the Chor areas, and then move to the mainland claiming that they're from Assam. And then we come to the destination of this migration, which is Lucknow. The distance between Barbeta and Lucknow is 1,577 kilometers. Here they come and indulge in the trade of waste picking, and live in closely live in waste slums, which are also known as Kuda Bastis in the local language. The rationale of the city is that it studies rural-urban migration due to risk at the place of origin as well as at the place of destination. There are certain peculiar challenges that this particular population faces, such as their discrimination of being Bangladeshis or illegal immigrants, due to which the inquiry into their ordeals is necessary. So in order to further our inquiry as to who these migrants are and why have they come to Lucknow, we devised a source and destination study, the objectives of which were to study the trend and the patterns of this migratory route, to study the issue of identity and its association with migration, and also assess the role of migration in their host society. For methodology, we adopted mixed methods. Surveys were conducted with the help of structured questionnaires, where details were collected on ownership, land ownership, flood problems, reasons of migration. The explanatory variables that were considered for this study were income of migrants before and after, the migration, land ownership, and poverty. And then to get an ethnographic perspective, we conducted focus group discussions and case study methods and oral histories in order to get a historical sphere of influence. When we look at our findings, we see that migration is being explained by income as well as land ownership. Then the nature of the migration is permanent. These migrants have been living in the slums of Lucknow for almost 2 decades now, and the average monthly household income of migrant families in Barbeta was found to be lower, which shows that low income is definitely a push factor to leave their native villages and migrate to the other places for work. Then secondly, landholding also emerged out as a very significant push factor. The landholdings with non-migrant families was double of what was possessed by the migrant families. Then when we also tried to explore the question of identity and how it relates with the migration process, through our in-depth interviews and case studies, we found how the history of Assam has played a very important role in the migration experiences of the people. Then their portrayal of immigrants and the homogeneous identity of being a Bangladeshi is something that is not just contained within the boundaries of Assam, but it also moves with the migrants as they migrate out to other states of the country. The lingual conflict and the influx of immigrants from Bangladesh. In this context, citizenship makes a distinctive between members and outsiders based on their different relations to the state. And a migration perspective highlights that the boundaries of citizenship and political control over entry and exit, as well as the fact that foreigners' residents remain in most countries deprived of their basic rights. Then, if we look at if we further explore the question of identity, we find that it dates back to the colonial period. It dates back to the colonial period wherein the Britishers started recruiting Bengali administrative staff in Assam, and Bengali was declared as the official language of instruction, which led to the rising resentment among the Assamese population and the agitation that followed in the form of the Assam movement, and then consequently the Assam Accord was struck between the leaders, student union leaders of ASU, and the Congress government that was then in power, and it was decided that an NRC would be constructed, and all the citizens who had migrated before 1971 would be granted citizenship. Another unique feature of Assam electoral list is the D voter, which is marked, if D voter is marked in front of a resident or of a citizen, it means that his citizenship is doubtful. In our field experiences, in the multiple case studies that were conducted, we found that this D voter issue has proved to intensify the ordeals of this population through the period of the NRC and throughout the period of updation. This Bengali-speaking Muslims have suffered the most because of their weak financial backgrounds. They have had to move back and forth to Assam and Lucknow, which has made them heavily burdened with debt. And also, many of them have been deprived of their voting rights in the period since they've appeared in the D voters list. Then, if we look at the state of these migrants in the host society, that is Lucknow, the lingual crisis and the influx of immigration have illegitimized and portrayed them as a threat to national security in such a way that their ordeals are not contained within geographical boundaries. As it is said that a hybrid type is situated between a rock and a hard place. And the quick adoption of Muslim stereotype in the wake of Bangladeshi migrants has been the result of a cognitive convenience. People in these slums have continued to be called as illegal. They have continued to face harassment, not just from the state, but also from their locals. They narrated to us how police and people harass them by calling them thieves, bideshis, and foreigners. In our field interactions in Lucknow, families narrated their ordeals and how much they've spent in going back to Assam every time during an RC update and update period, and they have been loaded with massive debts. In our surveys, we asked our respondents as to why do they go back every year to cast their vote in elections in Assam. Out of the 98% said that during every election they migrate back to Assam. 39% went back to cast their vote due to the fear of being declared Bangladeshis, while 21% people said that they went back to vote in order to protect their citizenship. This clearly reflects the fear psychosis that has been there in the minds of these people, and how their identities have taken their toll on them even post migration, out migration from Assam. If you look at the conclusions in Barpeta and in Lucknow, there are certain findings that emerge out. In Barpeta, the possible solution of the existing problem of immigration was seen in the NRC update. It was released in the August of 2018. However, it did not help much to soothe the anxieties of the Bengali-speaking Muslim population. Further, the anomalies in the report have, in fact, further perpetuated these anxieties. Then, if you look at Lucknow, what possibly emerges is a model of inclusion that could help to settle down some aspects of this dubious identity if they're recognized in what they do in their trade of waste picking. A certain form of recognition by the government in form of identity cards, or in the form of acknowledgement by the Lucknow Municipal Corporation. The conflict around their identity can be resolved in that way, and they can be incorporated as a part of the solid waste management system, and their roles can be recognized. So this is the presentation on the out migrants of Assam, and thank you for watching.